Zentangle is a meditative art form that is a relaxing method of creating abstract art using structured patterns. It teaches and focuses on being mindful and present. Zentangle requires no artistic skills. Hello, I'm SANDHYA MANNE. I'm an artist and a certified Zentangle teacher. In this channel, we talk about creating and practicing Zentangle, my own Zentangle inspired artworks and collectibles. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any videos that we post every Tuesdays and Fridays. Welcome to yet another Zentangle Mini Project. Today's focus tangle in our Focus Flight series is called High Seas by Anita. High Sea is a lovely grid-based tangle that has a lot of possibilities to play with. I'm going to use two other tangles in today's project to finish my Zentangle using High Seas. So go grab your supplies. All we need is a white square tile, black pen, pencil and stub, and let's get started. So here we are with our supplies. My white square tile, 0.1 micron, 0.8 micron, my pencil and stub. So let's get started with our Focus Flight tangle, which is High Seas. So we start with a border. So we're going to start with 4 dots on 4 corners like that. Okay, so I'm going to make my lines a little wavy and curly and dancing through. So that's my border. Now I'm not going to make a string. I'm going to go ahead and start making my tangles right away. So let's just dive in. So I'm going to start with my first tangle, which is called Verbs. So it goes like this. We start with a oval, and this is actually a lovely border tangle, so we're going to use it like a filler tangle here. So I'm just going along this section somewhere here. And maybe one more here that's kind of out like this. Yeah. So our next step for Bobs is make a circle like that at one end of the oval. So now I'm going to give an aura line right around this. Or if you think this is too big, you can make an aura inside as well. So see what works and go ahead and do that. Like that. So I'm going to fill the innermost circle with solid black. So I'm done adding my black. The next thing that we're going to do is fill the space with lines like this. So you pull out lines from the center circle to the outer circle, going all around. Like that. So going to repeat this all over. So I'm almost done. I just have these two last ovals to fill in the lines with. Okay, so we're done with this. Now you can add tiny circles in the gaps here like this, or you can fill the space up with solid black. So it's totally up to us. So now let's start with our next tangle, which is called whist. So whist is a lovely organic tangle, and we're going to work this out like this all through. Okay, so I'll start with one so you understand or you can get an idea of what it is. So you make a wavy line like that, and then you're going to add lines like this in whichever direction you want. Then we are going to make petals that are going like this, and notice my petals are not perfectly my lines aren't perfectly straight or steady. It's more interesting when you have little wiggly lines. A slight shake makes it more interesting. So we go about adding these petals. Like that. So we're going to add few going like this. I'm going to add my lines first and then plan out the petals. Maybe one more here like this. So let's go ahead and make our lines the horizontal lines that are kind of in whichever direction. This is really fun to make your lines, broken lines like this in whichever direction you want. Okay, so now I've got my lines. Now let's go ahead and make our petals. So notice I'm not making a nice and smooth steady line for my petals. The lines are quite shaky, and that makes it more interesting. So but again, this is not the only way to do, so you can make smooth lines, I guess. We'll see how that looks. So do share your works on the group ZenBeez so you can see how yours have turned out. Like that. So I'm going to repeat this in all the rest of the lines. So let's do that. I'm almost done. I just have this last twist that is hanging out. So let's finish this. wrist all done. So the next thing that we do is we are going to go back and fill these gaps with solid black. So that gives a little contrast like that. So go ahead and do that for all your wrists. So I'm going to be adding black in all the rest of the width that's here. Okay, so let's get started with our actual focus tangle, which is high C. So high C is a grid based tangle. So let's make our grid in this section. So I'm going about making my horizontal lines. So make sure you have enough space for your grid. So I'm just going to stop here. Let's see how this plays out. I'm making my vertical lines. So again, I'm just going to stop here. So high C goes like this. You make half part like this in an L shape. And then you pull out a line, a diagonal line like this, and from here pull out two lines going this way, and then from here you pull this line here. So we're going to alternate between this line and this line like this. Okay, so from this end to this end. So alternate your lines between two directions. So we're going to repeat this in all of our grids. So I make my diagonal line and then I pull out my lines like that. Now I'm going to pull my line in this direction. So we're going to alternate between top and bottom. Like this. So we're going to fill this entire grid with high C. So now here you can either go ahead and make your this half circle or this half pot on this direction like this L, or you can make it in this direction. So if you do it in this direction, your line is going to be diagonal this way, and so whatever you make, you're going to kind of mirror the same thing, and that's going to give a different look. So it's totally up to you how you want to do this. I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same thing. Here I've done with my next second row. Now let's see how we can work in this section, kind of skipping through the barbs and twist. Okay. So I just made my half pots on the two sides, and I just made my diagonal line. So now let's see how we can work through this. So I'm going to pull out my line here, and there's going to be a line here, and this is going to go here. Okay, so I just kind of finished that. Now let's try this. So I just work wherever I have space, and where I don't have space I just pretend like it's going like that. Okay. And on this side this goes here. Just kind of fill that entire section behind the leaves. Yep. So kind of squeezed my high C behind best. So I have this one section here that's empty, so I'm just going to add. Like so. And here too I'm just probably going to stop it there like that, and I'm going to leave the space white. Okay, so now we are good to get to shading. So let's start that. Okay, so I'm going to start with bobs. So for bobs I'm just going to go ahead and add black just on one side like this to just make it look more intense. So go ahead, do that. Okay, and I'm also going to go ahead and add my pencil right behind. Around this edges here like that. So let's blend this. So I'm done with bobs. Now next I'm gonna go ahead and add pencil for high C right here, where or these intersections where all of them are kind of meeting. Right there. So I'm just smoothing it out. See how intense it looks once you add the pencil. Now for wrist, I'm going to go ahead and have my pencil right next to it and on top of high C. So let's blend this. So gently just smoothing this pencil line that I had. So I'm just going right over that. That's it. I'm not spreading it out too much. Just trying to blend it and smoothen it. That's it. Now this space I'm gonna leave it blank, as in I'm just gonna leave it white, but if you wish you can always add black in there, or you can add some circles or tipples. So here I'm gonna go ahead and just pull it out just a bit because I have the space to cover. So there you go. Okay, so time to sign, put your signature. So let's go ahead and add signature like that. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of pencil here because this is kind of getting lost. Okay, so this is done. That looks interesting. Okay, so now let's date our work. Today is 7th of August 2020, and this is YouTube. Focus Flight Series, and our first tangle that we used was Verbs, and the second tangle that we used was wrist, and the third tangle, which was our focus flight tangle, was high C's. Okay, there you go.
Hope you had fun creating this project with me. I would love to see your creations, so head on to our FB group ZenBeez, where all the after party fun happens. Share your works there, check out the creations by other ZenBeez. If you plan to share your works on social media, then please do tag me at SANDHYA MANNE or hashtag Tangle with Sandhya, so I get to see your works there. I do a FB live every Friday at 10 a.m. India time on my FB page, SANDHYA MANNE Studio. Do join me and let's tangle together. Now it's time to comment, so please comment below and let me know how you enjoyed this project. That helps me plan out my next set of videos. Also, it's time to show some love, so please hit that like button, share the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next on Tuesday in our string safari. Until then, remember to breathe and smile. See ya. Namaste.